Peace and blessings, and welcome back to my channel. This here is a word with Nyakuiy, and I am she. I am inviting you here to receive what you will, to receive the word that you will, and to release the rest. Today we're getting in this flow. This is a free flow. I'm not really feeling any theme one way or another, but I do feel called to show up and to just read what comes through. So I'm shuffling the cards. I have not placed them out yet, and there was something that was coming through around endings, karmic endings, completions. So there's this theme of completion coming through. I felt it in regards to relationships. And this is something that's been cyclical for a while now for you, whatever area of your life this is coming through for. I feel it's been something you've been releasing in doses. I'm hearing you've been releasing in moments, and it hasn't been easy. There's a word to forgive yourself. We have the Judgment card coming through, and so it could literally be that you've been working on releasing self-judgments. Could be that you are releasing this energy of needing to punish yourself, needing to sabotage what good even tries to come your way because you don't feel you are worthy enough. So this is a theme that you may have been cycling through, working through. This theme of unworthiness. Yeah, it's been causing you a lot of strife, a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of grief, a lot of just lack of clarity. You're not clear with yourself. That's what the energy is bringing. And so you've been doing your best to, work on your worth, to find your worth, but I'm feeling and sensing that it's been so much of a mental process for you, but you can't source your worth from your mind alone. You have to feel it visceral. It's in your body. And so with this card here, this Queen of Pentacles that's showing up, it's showing up as in the physicality, as in your experiencing and embodying worthiness. And realizing that it's not just in the material circumstances, and that you won't find your worth in the material circumstances. You won't find your worth in the physical things. Okay, so that's like your cars, your money, what's in the numbers in your bank account, your bank accounts, anything of that nature. You know, whether somebody loves you or not, or somebody reciprocates the love for you or not, whether, it's not going to be external. And you've been integrating this. This is what you've been working on. This is what you've been working through. Yeah, and you've been kind of spearheading it, like you are like, you've been driven, that's the word. You've been driven to heal almost to the point of like pushing yourself a little too much, where it's not so necessary because everything is happening in divine timing. Your lessons are unfolding in divine timing for you, for yourself, for your capacity, for your capability in any given moment, because there's a process. It's a process that you go through, that we all go through, when we're releasing things, we have to be ready to release. And we have to be willing to release. We have to reach a place where it's not going to cause us more harm to release. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, even in your physiology, in your nervous system, with your mental state, and how fragile the mental state is and can become too when you're releasing things. You have to have the fortitude, you have to have the mental strength to be able to release. And so sometimes spirit builds you up so that while simultaneously tearing down the things and the structures that cannot stand. Do you hear what I'm saying? Yeah. On one hand, it's creating confusion, but it's supposed to create confusion. You're supposed to be confused in this moment in time. So if you are confused, just accept the confusion. Accept that you don't really have a landing place yet. Accept that you haven't really landed because this hasn't really been embodied. This energy that we're talking about, this energy of worthiness, this energy of feeling wealthy and abundant and prosperous within yourself, and all of the lessons that are attached to it. Because it's almost like it's one core lesson, but it has many strings attached to it. And so you have to tend to all of the strings, and you have to go to buy them chunk by chunk, theme by theme, area by area, and then you get to the root, right? And sometimes you can knock 3 down in one go, knock 2 down in one go. Maybe you work on one, and I'm speaking on experiences, the experiences that are attached to the emotions, to everything that confines you to worthiness, or rather lack of worthiness, everything that confines you to the lack of worthiness, everything that confines you to that reality, to that realm where you are not worthy. You are releasing 1 by 1, or 2 by 2, or 3 by 3, experience by experience, or experiences by experiences. So I pray that makes sense. There's many tentacles. There's many hands, many lessons connected to this one big lesson. Boom. And so you're required, you're being asked, you're being invited to rest in this confusion and to know that it will get clear. Things will get clearer. You can't stay in this space forever. You're not meant to stay in this space forever. And currently, this is where the flow has you. And the flow will have you elsewhere when it's ready for you to be elsewhere. Here we are, the card of lessons, the Hierophant. This is all about this lesson that you need to learn, this lesson that you need to integrate, this lesson that you need to embody and marry such that you are living it. It's not just all mental, it's not just all talk, it's not just philosophical, it's not just theoretical, it's not just... Do you get what I'm saying? It's actually something that you walk. You talk and you walk. And this is what brings you to this teacher, to this master, to this skill level, because this is a follow-up from one of the last readings where I spoke on kaleidoscopes, but it's like you've been looking at this lesson from all of the different angles, and you're learning, and you're upgrading, and you're elevating, and bit by bit you're elevating to different perspectives. You're seeing it differently. At one point in time you saw it through a certain lens, but as you came back around and again and again and again, you began to see differently. I'm hearing, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Okay? And so this lesson is a prerequisite, okay? I need you to understand this. This is a prerequisite for where you are going next. And it's not necessarily a pass or a fail. It's more so you're readying yourself, you're preparing yourself to receive what is to come. You're preparing yourself for the next step. This is going to be the building block that's going to take you to the next elevation point. So it's important that you're working with solid ground, you're on solid ground, you're building something that is going to last you. And so you're not rushing. There is no need to rush. Your soul is not rushing you. Your soul is enjoying the process, and your soul wants you to enjoy the process, or wants you to be in the process and be in it fully, because that's what it is to be human. That's what it is to be here and to learn and to evolve and to grow and to play and to be multidimensional, is to be in the whole entire experience. Be committed to being here. Be committed to life. Be committed to your path. Be committed to your journey. Be committed to yourself. This is all about you and doing you a service, doing a service to yourself. Don't abandon ship. Don't abandon your path, because that's not truly what you want. You knew it was going to be challenging. You knew it was going to be difficult. You knew you were going to be challenged to the T, to the nth degree. You knew coming here you were taking risks, a lot of risks. But you also knew it was a game. And you also knew that at the end of the day, you are safe. You are divinely protected. You are of the divine. You are of what is divine. Your name is sacred. Your name is holy. You are holy. You are sacred. You are worthy. And every time you awaken to this, more light penetrates. And that's what allows you to see. More light pours out of you, pours through you. Light everywhere, light everything. You see, somebody turn the lights on. Here we go, Four of Swords. Yes. Meditation serves you. Meditation will serve you in these times. Meditation will serve to ground you, because again, in this confusion, your reality is not so secure. Reality doesn't feel secure. And it's because with all of this shedding, all of this transforming, all of this evolving, you're constantly growing. There's almost nothing to land on. But there is, and it's your soul, it's your inner world, it's your energy, that G, that God, that goddess energy. That's what you're rooting to. That's what you're grounding to. And so you got to practice. You got to practice coming home. You got to practice being at home within yourself. You got to practice the frequency, practice the feeling, practice the sensations of what it means to be whole, to be healed, to be full of divinity, to be full of yourself, capital S, to be soulful, to be full of soul. Where you were headed, your mind can't take the lead no more. That's why with this Four of Swords card, your mind is at rest. Your mind becomes the servant. Your mind becomes the follower of the divine self, of the soul self, of your heart. Not your feelings, but your heart space. It makes sense that they want me to speak on the fact that your heart has the widest electromagnetic field when compared to your brain. And this has been studied by the Heart Math Institute. Science catches up to spirituality, to spiritual truth, that your heart is what guides your brain. Your brain takes orders from your heart. Your heart is what connects you to your divinity. So when you are rooted in your heart, it feels like it's an unknown place. But because humans have been separated from their heart space for so long, certain humans, other humans got lost along the way, chasing what was the mind space. And the mind space is the 3D, 4D. We're moving into 5D energy. 5D is the heart space. And so the message here to release your mind, because your mind is always going to keep you within its limits. The mind's always going to keep you bound to its beliefs and its thinking patterns, it's the thoughts, the conditioning, everything that you've learned from your cultural and social upbringing. They shape your perspective, and you see the world from the lens of the experiences that you've had and that you've been through. And the invitation now is to drop to your heart. You can just put your hands on your heart one time, right here, right now. Both your hands on your heart, right there at the sternum, at your chest. And if this feels like a foreign practice, then this is where you start. You place your hands there and you breathe in through your nose and you release through your mouth. And you take the breaths that you need to take, and you allow this to be a meditation. And you can do this throughout your day. Stop any point in your day and take a moment to connect with yourself and inquire with your heart, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? And your heart will guide you through your feelings and through and beyond and transcendent. Once you learn the lesson of what the emotions are trying to teach you, what the feelings are trying to teach you. This is heart intelligence. There's a message here also to do not diminish your emotions because they have much to teach you. Every single emotion you feel has something to teach you. And if you find yourself cycling back through certain emotions over and over again, it's like they're knocking on your door and they're trying to get you to hear the message, to hear the call. And so, answer. Hello, anger. Hello, grief. Witness, embrace, and they'll go and they'll flow. all at a pace that is specific to you and to your growth and to your journey and to your lessons and so on and so forth, okay? Easy does it. Yes, there is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing, okay? So, Spirit really, really wants to highlight that for you, that don't rush yourself from where you are, trying to get to somewhere where you think you should be. Again, that's all mind. That's not faith. That's not trust. That's not surrender. That's egoic. That's resistance. That's being stubborn. And at the same time, simultaneously, Spirit allows you the space to be stubborn. You can be as stubborn as you want, as stubborn as you please, for as long as you desire, for as long as you please. But always connect in with yourself. How real and true is that for you? And how much of it is just what you're used to? Okay? So I'm going to leave this word here. It feels very complete. I honor you. I cherish your presence here on the channel. Thank you for receiving the word. I pray it resonated with you in any way that it did. I welcome you to comment below and let me know how this spoke to you. Otherwise, leave a like and share on your platforms and with who you feel it would resonate with. You know I'll be back in your airwaves again. So until then, peace.